Hello friends, I am Shushant Raghavan. Welcome to Technical and Quality Session. For understanding the technical requirements and quality standards in clothing industry, making a sustainable garment, I have good practical experience in the apparel manufacturing sector. My skills are CAD pattern making, sample development, technical requirements, and measuring quality performance. Today's session is about most common defects in garments, its causes and solution. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Now let's begin the presentation. Most common defects in garments. Defect causes and solution. Defects in garments. Regardless of how you use the fabric and for which market segment, a clear understanding of the different types of garment defects will help you to prevent them. The main goal of any buyer is to ensure the quality of the fabric that meets their standards. Thus, it helps to study how to identify various defects in the garments and their causes. Before production, consider setting tolerance for fabric quality defects in your quality control checklist. Check with the supplier for a mutual system for identifying and classifying the defects, which will help to avoid potential disputes with the factory. Defects in garments. Defect photo causes solution. Broken, skipped or missing stitches. Broken, skipped or missing stitches occur during the sewing process and are usually attributed to either a fault with the sewing machine or a worker error. If you find broken, skipped or missing stitches during inspection of the garment, voice your concern with the supplier. The factory that produces the goods may be able to mend this in a reasonable amount of time before shipping. Untrimmed threads. A very common defect, untrimmed threads are a formality in garment production. Although untrimmed threads are generally considered a minor defect, they can become a more serious issue if evident in a significant portion of the order. Ideally, untrimmed threads will be identified and removed during the factory's final production stage and internal QC check. Dimensions out of tolerance. The garment size could be affected, which means the item won't fit the end consumer correctly and the entire order quantity of that item is likely to be affected. Dimensional issues can be related to faulty patterns being used, cutting issues, incorrect stitching or inattention to tolerance by the workers. Garment dimensional problems typically cannot be reworked and need to be remade from scratch. Puckering. Puckering is an irregular seam surface. You will see this garment defect more commonly in woven fabrics. High tension on the thread during sewing, which can cause the fabric to bunch up. Using a dull needle, which may have difficulty puncturing the fabric, or one ply of the fabric is fed into the sewing machine at a different rate than other plies. Puckering can be considered a minor or major defect depending on the location found and severity of the distortion. Clothing affected by puckering typically cannot be reworked to remove it. Removing stitching will at the very least leave behind needle holes. Open seams. The needle and looper for chain stitch, hook for lock stitch setting is not done properly. Open seams are both visually unappealing and weaken the integrity of the garment seams. They are almost always considered a major defect regardless of size. Open seams are generally not a defect present in a full order. Repairing an open seam tends to leave behind obvious signs of mending such as overlapping stitching. Talk with your supplier if this kind of garment defect is present in a high number of pieces in your order and discuss ways to prevent or mitigate open seams. Incorrect stitches per inch. This garment defect can also be caused by incorrect settings of the machine. A low SPI may also be due to workers intentionally lengthening the stitch in order to speed up the sewing. A simple check can be performed to measure SPI with a ruler. If you carry out inspection at the factory prior to shipping, make sure an inspector is measuring and reporting SPI. Then if SPI is found to be out of tolerance, you can address this with your supplier. Shade variation. Variations in the production process in terms of time and speed, such as dye process. Using the same base material and parameter set for each production batch can effectively prevent a change in shade. Shade variation. Wrong ply direction for corduroy velvet and polar fleece. Mixing fabrics used in manufacturing. Incorrect trimming, bundling or numbering. When visiting a factory that produces cut fabrics, it is very important to make sure that workers combine cloths of the same color. Proper numbering of textile types prevent the incorrect combination of cuts that differ in shade. Dirt or stains. Textiles can never be truly protected from stains because it can appear at any time during or after production if it is not stored in an area with adequate protection. A manufacturer can prevent stains during production by regularly cleaning production machines and equipment to ensure no random oils, grease or dyes make their way onto the textile. Uneven dyeing, printing, dye marks. Poor quality base fabric, dirty or fly yarn on the fabric surface before dyeing. Improper leveling agents. Incorrect pH in the production process. Dye machine entanglement. Ensure the cleanliness of fabric before dyeing or printing. Using an appropriate dyeing agent and using a backup power generator to ensure production machines don't shut down during use. Drop stitches. One needle is break or cannot work normally when knitting. Incorrect setup of yarn carriers. Yarn overfeeding or underfeeding. Use high quality needles on the knitting machine. Checking the yarn holder and any other machines for proper tension during production can prevent stitches from falling. Misprinting, off printing or absence of printing. Printing plate is dislocation or fabric isn't fixed when printing. Wrong dyeing recipe. Incorrect dye combination in lots. Improper sourcing of grey fabric. Implementing uniform dyeing, leveling and sourcing processes can help prevent misprinting. Make sure to provide clear specifications regarding the colors and patterns of your printed fabric to your supplier. Crease marks. Crease marks often happen when fabric passes through skews rollers in the dyeing process. In garments, the press teeth of sewing machine is too tight. Using anti-crease agents during the scoring process prior to dyeing can help prevent crease marks. Improve the worker skill and adjust press teeth. Neps or knots. Neps are caused when spools of yarn are tied together. This might be a result of accumulation of fly and fluff on machinery. Poor lint cleaning. Ensure proper maintenance and cleaning of machines and production environment. Neps can be removed through combing before processing. Holes. Caused by an accidental cut or tear. Broken needles or coarse mechanical parts are common causes in tearing during production. Ensuring that the supplier has procedures for regular checking needles and ensuring that scissors are not abused. Needle lines. Due to unskilled workers using blunt needle. Using incorrect needle or needle size. If the needle lines are found, it is recommended to trace the needle line to the corresponding defective garment and replace it to prevent further needle lines. Check if supplier has developed and maintains proper procedures to prevent problems with needles and equipment. Thank you for watching. For more sessions like this, do like and subscribe to my channel. Please comment your valuable thoughts and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified when I post a new presentation. Bye, have a good day.